Welcome back to Final Fantasy Tuesdays. I'm your host, your streamer for the night. Hey Jay, J-O-Hey as some may call me. Thank you, Blue, for the resub there. Let's get my windows set up. Pepsi Man. Lord, hey, you Mel, you guys ever wondered what it sounds like when I eat noodles? Because this is what it sounds like. Sorry. I actually don't slurp very much, I realized. So, I'm slurpless. I just don't like feeling...
So tasty!
I don't like feeling the, like, hot noodle slipping through my lips. Alright. Let's get this down. Let's get that up. Let's get this going. Get this up. How's the light? Okay. This button's a little too high. Eh? There we go. We gotta have it more casual stream. Look at this beautiful boy. He's got a fresh haircut, some nice armor. Turn around, show that sword. Looking sharp. Oh no! Wait, cancel. I gotta load my my stuff. No, this is J-O-Hey Manawaka. He does need gloves. Where are his gloves? You know, sometimes going the default route and owning it and making it yours is the original way, ads. I don't see any of you doing it, so therefore it is very original. I am the reincarnation of the Warrior of Light. But with more flair. Alright, so if you were only available to join these streams Tuesday, Thursday, you may have noticed the little tracker here has moved. 2.4 is now complete as of Saturday. That is a beef noodle velvet. And tonight we're tackling 2.5. Hopefully we're finishing it, because on Thursday it is Crystal Tower time, which to my understanding is the barrier to let me progress into Heavensward. I could be completely wrong. This is how I understand it. Well, look at that. I understand correctly. Get this out of the way. Here we go. So, previously on Heiji Adventures, we defeated an ice queen who just really wanted to bring peace to the land by murdering people or something. We captured a traitor who was in our midst. And I think that's about it. Ryujin, welcome to the new and improved Hey J channel, where things are understood. Where I, your streamer, am now semi-intelligent. Alright, Minfilia, where are we going next? What's going on? What's good in the world? Minfilia is considering which of her many responsibilities demands her utmost attention. I get you, Minfilia, when you are a leader with all these things to do. What do you do first? Is my audio, are the audio levels okay? I always like to do an audio test. Exactly, Blue. Exactly. It's a long setup. We're playing the long game. You know, they started this game 10 years ago, and they're like, one day, this guy, Joe, will finally play our game, and it'll all come full circle. I am most eager to address the ASEAN threat. However, we dare not neglect our other pressing concerns. We both know full well that Saint Shiva will not be the last primal we face, and our relationship with his god is still tenuous at best. Oh yeah, we got to hang out with Sir Emmerich too a little bit last time. To think that the resolution of the primal threat was once the sole priority of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, some days I wonder if it was wise for us to take on so many other responsibilities. It probably wasn't. Hey, who's not knocking? Lest you forget, antecedent, the Scions need not shoulder the burden alone. Were not the Crystal Braves established for this very reason? See, plug in his Crystal Braves wherever he can, this boy. He really is trying to build up his reputation. True, we are presented with a multitude of problems. However, we have all the resources we need to address them in turn. Jay, in particular, is ever a steadying hand who I trust will continue to support the Braves. I'm going to start charging you soon, Alphino. To what do we owe the pleasure? Have there been further developments regarding the situation in Ul'dah? As expected, the Immortal Flames have been struggling to cope with the revelation that one of their highest-ranking officers was a Garlean agent. Suffice it to say, Teleji Adeleji and his monetarists ilk have wasted no time in attempting to turn the situation to their advantage. Coupled with ongoing unrest, the Flames are finding themselves hard-pressed. Plainly, General Ruban needs our help, and I will direct the Crystal Braves to offer what support they can. If I am to stay abreast of the latest developments and issue effective orders, however, I cannot afford to waste time traveling back and forth. And so, for the foreseeable future, I think it would be for the best if I were to remain in Ul'dah. Unless you have any objections. None whatsoever. Get out of my house. Moon Brida's research is proceeding as planned. So she tells me, though I am not very familiar with the details. Oh, skip this. Alas, the key problem now, how to form an ethereal blade at will, remains unsolved. Nevertheless, it is only a matter of time. Jay, while we focus on that task, mayhap you could assist Alphino and his Braves with theirs. Oh, I think I'm gonna take a stab at what's gonna happen in the plot. So we're trying to capture an ASEAN soul, and it's gonna go bad, and the soul is going to end up corrupting someone that we love dearly, and plot twist where we've got our very own Warcraft Lich King to deal with. I am more than just the John Final Fantasy Firelord. Jay, while we focus on that task, mayhap you could assist Alphino and his Braves with theirs. It would do so much to restore faith in the Immortal Flames if the Warrior of Light was seen working on their behalf. Never forget that your esteemed status allows you to act in ways that those more tightly bound to organizations and nations cannot. As ever, I implore you to do so. Man, I should start my own group and call it, the Crystal Bravest or something. Not that your response was ever in doubt, but I humbly thank you once more for aiding our cause. I just want to turn around and just smack Alphino. Now then, there are preparations I must attend to before departure, such as receiving Real's latest report. He has proven to be quite skilled at gathering information others wish kept secret, hence why I placed him under my direct command and ordered to investigate the Ul'dah riots. When you are finished here, join me outside. Depending on what he has to say, I may soon have a favor to ask. If there are any developments on our front, I shall inform you at once in the usual fashion. Alright. Let's get on with the clicking. Not many, Menwaka. I have yet to see one. Watch. I challenge all of you watching the stream, count how many Johns you see tonight, besides me, and if it is more than 5, something good will happen. NPCs don't count. Also, Also, you guys aren't allowed to turn yourselves into Johns and just step into stream. Pleasure as always, Jay. You'll be escorting the commander to Uldai, take it? Actually, I had another task in mind for him. If you would be so kind as to repeat your report to his benefit. Right then. Me and mine have been making inquiries into the source of the weapons, what found their ways into refugees' hand a ways back. So happens we caught wind of something promising, a rather large purchase of sharp and pointy things by a black marketeer holed up near Highbridge. I doubt this man would have secured such a quantity of weapons if he did not already have clients waiting. Clients that, for whatever reason, would prefer for this transaction to remain secret. Brings to mind that merchant would caught an arrow while talking to Jay, don't it? Generous fellow he was, doling out swords and spears to the downrod and disgruntled. Which isn't to say that these clients have the same mischief in mind, but if you want to be sure, it might be prudent to intervene before they collect their goods, savvy? Seizing the weapons before they fall into the wrong hands would be for the best. However, if we strike to the appointed hour, we might capture the black marketeer as well as his clients. What say you, Jay? I will swing my sword. Then it is settled. Rendezvous with Captain Ilberd at Highbridge and intervene when the exchange takes place. Now then, if you would excuse me, I must leave for Ulda. I expect good tidings. Good day, Alphino. Oh, you do get dialogue from these people. See? No Johns! Man, look at this beast. Just strolling in here. Highbridge. Where's Highbridge? What news from the bridge? Ah, Jay, my scouts have been keeping a close eye on the Black Marketeer, and it would seem that his guests have arrived. It would also seem that he has hired more than a few men to stand guard, common thugs of no consequence, but they nevertheless pose a threat. Even so, I feel compelled to apologize. This is far beneath a man of your standing, and Commander Livea needn't have dispatched you hither. But powerful men ever had need of loyal, able-bodied friends. Have found one in you. 'Tis only natural that he would come to rely upon you without hesitation. Now then, we should make for the burning wall without delay and secure those weapons. What just happened? First unit will ensure that the clients do not escape. With me, Jay. Guys flew off quite a ways. Also, let's not forget our daily juice. You guys can't even find a John when you're trying to look. Therefore, my character is original. I spy the one man, but there are sure to be others. I have a plan. While you approach the sentry and create a distraction, my men and I will slip past and catch the black marketeer unaware. Once you've disposed of the thugs, wait for us outside a tunnel entrance. Any questions? Then let us be off. Good luck, my friend. Hello, hired thug. That's a terrible shield. Who goes there? An adventurer? Damn fool, you should have never come here. I'm not just any adventurer. I'm a frickin' samurai. Oh. Oh. I think my character is very cool, sir. Oh, this is just a solo guy. Whoops. Anybody else want to go? How is he double vanilla, Hellhound? I don't understand. What was this all about? What's going on in this cave? Oh, that's a nice fine blue. Almost, but not exact, mini guy. As you can see, this is a fine mess. When I tried to restrain him, he drew a hidden blade and lashed out. But before I could disarm him, one of my subordinates panicked, and this is the result. How foolish of me to underestimate the bastard. And to bring an inexperienced recruit, Commander Levea will be most disappointed. Damn it all, a golden opportunity wasted. Would you rather I be a Mikote, Hellhound? As for the clients, though, we know not how. They slip past our perimeter. At present, the first is currently tracking a party of Duskwhite sellswords we suspect may be them. Hey, dyeing your hair is pretty rebellious, mini guy. I've also got scars on my face. Would that we could have enlisted the aid of the Immortal Flames for the brass blades. Alas, we're here to aid them. They're in no position to aid us. Well, I'm not a true Chad. At the very least, we have secured the weapons, yet even that accomplishment is lacking, for the information we received indicated a massive shipment, and this is anything but. Well, what can I say? I guess I have popular tastes. I will join the first in their hunt for the Duskwhite sellswords. If the gods are good, we will catch them before they escape into the Black Shroud. In the meantime, I ask that you deliver these weapons to Ulda in my stead. Trust them to the third Iyuhase. He will take care of the rest. I'm immune to bullying. Where am I going? No, not a bunny boy. That was just me, Blue. Where am I going here? To the Weaver's Guild. Do you have an example of me succumbing to peer pressure on the content front ads? I didn't promise no Tifa cosplay. I said Tifa cosplay if I failed, and I did not fail. Look at this other person with the same armor as me. Pff, be original. Ah, the Warrior of Light, ever reliable, friendly to the Crystal Braves. You have my deepest thanks for your assistance in Querthus. Now, what brings you to us this day? I feel you guys would band together, Fire Lord, to make a decision before anything. Well, now I have set a loose condition. A gift of weapons from a certain black marketeer, courtesy of Captain Ilbert, you say? Oh, fair point. Those are good examples. Understood. Once we've cataloged the contents, I'll have them delivered to the Hall of Flames. This cannot be everything, can it? Riel stated with confidence that there would be a far greater quantity of weapons. A blatant falsehood. Clearly, Riel is unfamiliar with the ways of Ul'Dan merchants, who ever strive to present themselves as greater than they are. We should be thankful that this information was not completely erroneous, and that we managed to achieve anything of worth at all. It's still something worth celebrating, isn't it, Lieutenant? Besides, we've got more important things to worry about, like fighting those Garleans up north. There will be no fighting if I have anything to say about it. Our orders are to stand watch, not to seek glory in battle. If you have no further need of us, then I shall take my unit to the Cerulean processing plant. Time for the fourth to earn their keep, eh? Fight well, Alien, for the freedom of all. What about the 12 trials, Umel? Umel? Excellent work as always, my friend. Rest assured that the Immortal Flames will hear of your contribution until we meet again. Well, the 12 trials were kind of set up by me as goals. Jay, a word, if you please. If it pleases ye. Not here. Look at me. Look for me at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. No need for whistling this time. Don't you worry. I figured you would prefer Final Fantasy Blue over Bloodborne. Okay. You guys have peer pressured me into agreeing. Okay, what is this just a female here? I'm gonna start shopping around for a new look, since you guys don't like my John. Thanks for indulging me requests. Few places better than a market for private. Actually, no, you guys pressured me into taking a class that was outside my comfort zone. And we've come full circle. We went from bard all the way back to samurai. All the hustle and bustle of commerce means most conversations go unnoticed. I'll get to the point at the Burning Wall. When you and the captain interrupted the exchange, what happened? Tell me everything, leave no detail out. That's not quite how the first told it. These Duskwai were chasing. Latest word is that we lost the trail. But you never saw him yourself? Not before the find started, not after? Something ain't right. I don't know what it is, but I can feel it in me bones. I'm not daft enough to be misled by some merchant's drunken boasts. Our information was reliable, goddammit. I know he purchased those weapons. As if I've never deciphered a moneylender's books or had to follow a transaction back to its source. Did plenty of that back when the Braves were getting started, believe me. The commander wanted assurances that we weren't taking gil from the wrong sort of benefactors. Of course, these days the money flows like water, and the first and third get the shiniest new toys. Forgive me, friend. I have a lot on my mind these days, and I appreciate lending an ear. Right then, let's get back to it. Jay, can you hear me? This is Tataru. Your presence is urgently requested at the Rising Stones. Please come and see me as soon as you are able to. I should just freaking live here. They're always summoning me. Imagine if you were living as this character, always being summoned back to this place and helping everybody with their problems. I mean, I'm pretty much getting set up to be the next villain here. Tataru. Thank you for coming so quickly, Jay. We have a guest from Ishgard who wishes to speak with you. A most, determined lady by all indications. The Rising Chorus. Our guest is with the antecedent and the solar at present. Let's not keep them waiting any longer, shall we? Oh, Takashi, you tagged me in something. It seemed on Twitter the other day. It sounds like there's another, like, huge streamer that's getting into FF14. Is anybody following that? Oh, hey, Johnny. Sea Dog? Who's Alfie? Hey, Johnny. Like, Alfino?
We have a guest from Ishgard who wishes to speak with you.
Wait, he's never played the game? He's only playing the game now? After voicing it all these years? He's not the voice actor of Alfino. Oh, okay. Well, I'm sure there's more than two, Velvet, but I get what you're saying. We have a guest from Ishgard who wishes to speak with you.
I believe the two of you have met.
Yeah, she seems familiar.
We have. I had hoped to speak with Commander Leveilleur as well, but I cannot afford to wait any longer.
You can tell me everything, Lucia.
The Lord Commander sent me hither to request your aid in a matter of grave import.
You got it.
You see now why I had Tataru summon you.
Now that we're all assembled, perhaps you would be good enough to elaborate on the nature of the matter which brought you to us.
The Observatorium's astrologians have sounded the alarm.
Astrologians? That's not how I would have pronounced that.
Last night, the Dragon Star burned with an intensity not seen in 15 summers. Not since the Dravanians engaged the Empire in the Battle of Silver Tier Skies.
The northern sky doth burn full bright upon the Wormlord's call. The red behemoth beckoneth, and flame consumeth all.
Look at him speaking in riddles.
The old Curthan rhyme, aye. The brightening of the dragon star is said to accompany the roar of a great worm. The astrologians believe that it was Midgard Soma himself who cried out on this occasion.
After an absence of centuries, the King of Kings did return to lead his kind against the might of Garlemald, only to fall in his duel with the Agrius, proud flagship of the Garlean fleet. Devoid of life, his corpse remaineth entwined about the Magitech monstrosity even unto this day.
Ariange has the right of it. Whatever this alteration in the Dragon Star portends, the Great Worm has shown no sign of life. Tataru, have the Domans reported aught out of the ordinary?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but if Midgard Zorma had roared, wouldn't we have heard it here in Revenant's Toll?
Roar is but a figure of speech. Dravanians can communicate in ways beyond our ken. It is for this very reason that we are forced to look for signs in the heavens. We cannot say with any confidence that a great worm roared at all, much less that it was Midgard Zorma. Only by directly examining the Keeper of the Lake can we be certain. However, it will take too long to gain the Holy See's approval to dispatch the Temple Knights. Therefore, Sir Emric would entrust this task to you. Do you accept?
Do I really have a choice?
We knew you would not disappoint us. Now, if you would excuse me, I must return and assist the Lord Commander. We have precious little time to prepare.
To prepare for what, pray tell?
When a great worm roars, his brethren cannot choose but answer. We prepare for battle.
Got my battle face on. And how long have you been playing, Johnny? The FFs of 14s. Forgive me if I state aught which you already know, but I would ensure that you understand the nature of your destination. As Urianger stated, what we now call the Keeper of the Lake is the wreckage of the Agrius, former flagship of the Imperial fleet and the corpse of the worm responsible for its destruction. 15 years ago, as the next steps in his campaign to subjugate Eorzea, Gaius van Balsar attempted to seize control of Mordona. So massive was his force that all thought his victory a foregone conclusion. Oh, another OG. Wow. Well, not quite OG, semi-OG. But an unlikely ally came to Eorzea's aid that day. Midgard Sommer, legendary guardian of Silvertear Falls, birthed forth from beneath the waters of the lake and led a host of dragons against the Garlean airships overhead. In what would later become known as the Battle of Silvertear Skies, the Great Worm felled countless airships before engaging the Agrius. In the ensuing struggle, the flagship's ceruleum engines failed, and it tumbled into the lake below. Yet this victory came at a great cost, for the explosion which followed claimed the life of the Great Worm as well. That same explosion transformed Silvertear Falls into the desolate wasteland it is today, draining the lake of its waters and crystallizing ether for malms around. Yet a remnant of the lake remains, and at its center, a constant reminder of that fateful day long ago. In accordance with Sir Emric's wishes, our Doman allies have been standing watch over the Keeper of the Lake. It would be wise to speak with them before investigating the wreckage yourself. Oh, thank you so much, Johnny. Be careful, my friend. We know not what dangers await you within. Now then, let us not neglect our own tasks. There is much to be done and precious little time to do it. Speak with the Doman. Watch. How is Coils seen in the community? Do people love it, hate it, iconic, no longer care about it? Okay. Welcome, Vershawn. Ah, Fanaz. Welcome, welcome. Are you just a bit ahead of me then? You're in luck, sir. I was about to send word to Revenant's Toll about the Garleans. Of late, I've seen small airships, likely from Castrum Sentry, come and go from the Keeper of the Lake. Though I cannot say for certain at this distance, I believe they may be salvaging something from within the wreckage. The Castrum supply lines have been cut for some time, and I'd wager they're desperately in need of spare parts and other equipment. Ah, Monster Hunter fellow. So it's true then, the Ishgardians honestly fear that the worm might rise again. Why do we fear this thing rising when it helped us? Also, that's a very cool, scene. Well, from here, that seems rather unlikely. But if it's assurances they want, you've no choice but to inspect the corpse in its entirety. What is that of light? Easier said than done, given the creatures which inhabit the wreckage, and the aforementioned Garleans who won't take kindly to your presence. In which part of the world do you guys join us? Fanaza and Johnny? They're sure to fire upon an airship, so I'd advise a more stealthy approach. Take this boat and a few of your comrades to the base of the Agrius, then climb to the top. That's the only viable approach, I'd say. Oh, is this a dungeon? Yes, it is. Above or below the plate, Fanazador? Well, I think Faye wants to do this one with me. I need 2 more volunteers. Calm on down, Vershawn. One more volunteer. It's that good, eh, Firelord? Alright, blue it is. Working pretty late, eh, Firelord? Oh, this thing's still following me. You know, I don't like him that much. Time for a new minion. Gubu is too troublesome. Who shall we have with us? Haven't seen Swifty in a while. Let's bring back Swifty. Our first true companion. Welcome, Swifty. What's been floating besides you? Nice bat, Faye. And nice sword. What did you come riding on? Nulune, is that you, Vershawn? Oh my goodness, you are in like a bubble. Okay, we got a healer, we got a tank. Let's go. I'm surprised not more people want to do this one. This looks like a really interesting, like it has a very good lore to it, it sounds like. Even the music starts off so good. You get a freaking worm and an airship? Wreckage? Like, this is all speaking very strongly to me. No worries, Kiwi James. Oh, it's like a remix. What theme is this? Oops. This is like one of the best dungeon songs yet. Welcome, Dark Shade. Aw, who changed the music? This music is not as good. Whoa. What? Oh! Dang it. Oh, dang it. So am I supposed to hide behind these wall things? No, they're not walls. What are these things? Am I supposed to hide here? Oh, that's what those are. Okay. I understand the blast now. No! Ooh, wait, I can accept the next job class already? Oh, I got poetics. What is Meikyo Shisui? This doesn't sound good. You guys are getting hungry. Caster. Oh, does it let me basically have my free, like, dot? This looks cool. Okay, I'm gonna have to read the tooltip. I don't know if I did that right. I did not do it right, okay. Does it do? Execute up to 3 weapon skill without meeting combo requisite? How does it work though? I don't understand. Oh! I see. So if I do this... Ow! I can just go bam. Oh, you guys killed it! That's a lot of stuff. Do I want any of this? Kenki. Kind of reminds me of that part that you climb the wall in FF7. We've got a worm. Alright, so I'm limit breaking again.
Who treadeth now upon my bones?
He's alive!
And waketh me from slumber sweet.
Oh, he doesn't look very sleepy. Hey buddy, it's me. J.O. Hey. Oh no!
Remember, mortal, and fear me.
Ooh, another achievement. blue bad? Blue's bad. Blue's bad. What in the frick? What's happening? That's not good. How do we deal with those things? Do we deal with those things? This music's picking up. Oh. Mirage dragons? Come on. Midgard, his ethers, what? I'm not standing in the right place. Ooh. Oh, we're supposed to stay there! Oh my goodness! So much punishment. Do it now? It's only 35%. Alright. Limit break! Oh, dang it! Limit break! No, wrong button! Limit break! That barely did anything. I don't think I did it at the right time. We got this, we got this, we got this. About to do my finisher. Well, not so tough now, eh, big buddy? Wonderfully done, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're gonna see another Ascian.
By her gifts hast thou earned a moment's reprieve. Speak, mortal, and I shall listen.
What am I even telling him?
guided by a star. My people have heard the song. Ishgard shall burn.
That's not very nice.
Sons must answer for their father's misdeeds. We do not forget. We do not forgive.
It's not good. It's not good to not forgive. Just let it go, man. Just let it go.
7 children did I sire. One now singeth of retribution.
Is one Bahamut?
I rise to join in the chorus. Thou art powerless to silence us, mortal. Yet thou shalt not live to labor in vain. Thy reprieve is at an end.
So now we got primals, empires, and worms. Holy. This world's messed.
Trickery is thy shield. This frail, ignoble creature is not gifted, but chosen. Hearken to me, Hydaelyn. I remember, and I consent. Fear not, mortal. I shall not harm thee.
Oh, now he doesn't want to harm me anymore. Okay. Oh, not that looks pretty harmful. He just Frieza beamed me. Was it gonna give me worm power? Oh, it's gonna take all the crystals and do something. Don't take my sage crystals. It's the only way to seal Ganondorf. No! The color! Man, I worked so hard for those primals. Well, that's a sad affair. And my disc! Ugh. That was my favorite flooring.
Mayhap thou thinkest me an oath breaker.
Yeah, you're kind of a jerk, man.
Thou art mistaken. If thou comest to harm, it shall be by another's hand, not mine.
Suspicious.
I did but strip thee of thy mistress's feeble blessing.
Do I get worm blessing instead?
Thou didst profit much by her grace, but no more.
My mother. Oh. Oh, that's kind of hideous. I don't want this. Give me back my blessing.
The covenant binds me to thee.
Man.
I shall walk
My mother was a crystal.
Fight and struggle, if it be thy will. Man hath ever coveted that which lieth beyond his grasp. I drink of her body, and thence doth mine own find new life. When it hath grown whole, the loyal and penitent shall rejoice.
This guy is going hard. This voice actor loves this role.
The dragon song heraldeth a beginning and an end.
That's sad. No longer getting XP bonus. Oh, that's interesting. You may summon Midgard Somer by selecting the corresponding entry within your minion guide. Man, he took my mommy crystal power aways. Okay, I've got a cool katana now on the screen. But what do I do with it? I was beginning to fear the worst. Were those explosions I saw? Oh, but you shouldn't waste time talking with me. Alphino left a message stating that you were to return to the Rising Stones at once. You know what? Screw Alphino. I'm gonna go see my master. Where is my master? Wait, what? But it unlocked Takashi? I know do? Are there spoilers or something? Oh. Okay. What did I get here? Delivers an attack with a potency of 250. Okay. Fine, more dono it is. What's going on here? Wait, I'm going the wrong way. I'm a little bit... hang on. This bothers me that it's not centered. That's better. No worries, Blue. Is it because you brought donuts, Dion? To more donuts? Praise the 12 that you are hale and whole. I came as soon as Minfilia informed me of Sir Emmerich's requests. You have completed your investigation of the Keeper of the Lake, I take it. Then I would hear your report. Same, Velvet, same. It's a slippery slope, though. You conversed with Midgar Somer. I swear, were anyone else to make such a claim, I would regard it with considerable skepticism. Are we to understand that the Worm Lord did not perish and has in sooth lain dormant these past 15 years? Oh my goodness, Vulcan. Less a resurrection and more a rejuvenation for he who dwelleth in eternity, years passing as moments. Though his words were ambiguous at times, one statement left little room for interpretation. My people have heard the song, Ishgard shall burn. Clearly an attack is imminent. We must share this information with Sir Emmerich immediately. However, we dare not divulge your conversation with Midgar Somer in its entirety. Wait. We're working towards an achievement called Before the Fall. To even acknowledge that you heard the voice of a Dravanian is a grave but necessary risk. Lest we forget, men have been executed as heretics for declaring as much. Oh, I do not miss the heretic stream. For your own protection and for the sake of our tenuous relations with Ishgard, the truth cannot leave this room. I'm actually gonna ask for a donut. Now I'm going to go nuts with my donut. As for how we shall present our revelation to Sir Emmerich's emissary, you may leave that to me. Pray, remain here for now. Alphino thinks he owns me. I am getting some massive problems with Alphino. He better become the villain so I can actually beat him. Is there something you are not telling us, Jay? You seem different somehow. It is almost as if you are missing something. I'm missing my colors, Minfilia. You wouldn't get it. 12 forfend! Midgar Somer stripped you of the blessing of light. Are you alright? How do you feel? I feel violated and cold. And colorless. I see. It is a relief to hear that you are otherwise unharmed. No, Minfilia! I lost my crystal colors. It beggars belief that any being could possess the power to deprive you of her blessing. Midgard Somer made mention of a covenant, did he not? One of the ancient myths regarding Silvertear Falls states that when the waters came into existence, so too did the Great Worm. You know, maybe Midgar Somer or whatever just wanted some Skittles. Just wanted to taste the rainbow. Althik Anemia, Brother Time and Sister Fate decreed that Midgar Somer ever watch over the source from which all water and magic was said to flow. Oh my goodness. Do gushers still exist? Man, they invented so many snacks in the 90s that that just persevered the test of time. It's like they don't make those kinds of snacks anymore. Like they don't invent new snacks anymore. You know, in the 90s they made Dunkaroos, they made gushers, fruit by the foot. What other terrible things did they create for kids? Capri Sun. I wonder, what if this was the covenant of which he spoke, and 'twas not the gods with whom he treated, but Heidelin herself? Well, if he is watching over you as he claimed, mayhap you will have an opportunity to ask. Oh, Trix Yogurt. I don't think that doesn't exist anymore. I don't think that passed the test. Let us keep this matter to ourselves. I do not wish to burden our friends needlessly. I went to the States like 10 years ago. I mean, I've been more often since, but I remember going to the States in Florida. And I went shopping to a grocery store. And I'm like, oh, I want something healthy. And I went to the yogurt aisle and there was like Snickers yogurt, M&M yogurt, Twix yogurt. I was like, what the heck? This is no longer like a healthy snack. Art thou a pawn or a master of thy fate? Oh, great. Now I've got the devil on my shoulder. What hast thou wrought by thine own hands, mortal? I cannot sleep at night anymore knowing this little dragon's gonna pop up on me.
My friend, I can scarce believe it.
Oh, now I'm your
you
friend.
Confronted the Worm Lord and lived to tell the tale.
Mm-hmm.
I give thanks to Helone for your preservation. It is our sole cause for gladness.
Also, the cereal game was going hard in the 90s. The commercials were like amazing. We had some... Actually, if anybody's interested in cereal, I made a video game cereal video on my YouTube channel many years ago. It's still there. Just type Hey J cereal video game something, you'll find it. It's a pretty good video, I think. I give thanks to Helone for your preservation. It is our sole cause for gladness.
Your encounter with the Keeper of the Lake served to confirm our fears. A great worm has roared, and it makes little difference if it was one of the two in Eorzea or any other.
One of the two?
The Dravanians are coming.
I am told that Ishgard has magical defenses against Dravanian attack, though I am not privy to their exact nature. Will they be enough to repel a massive force?
Ishgard has weathered countless assaults over centuries. This will be no different. And now that you have confirmed the threat, none can ignore the Lord Commander's calls for the wards to be strengthened. I dare not presume to speak for him, but I expect the Lord Commander would sing your praises.
Blue, answer Takashi's question.
I must away, but we shall meet again soon.
Takashi, at least we know if you were a
Countless
worm.
assaults weathered, and this will be no different? Why am I not convinced?
Takashi, at least if you were a worm, we would know that you would have a warm heart. Thank you. Alphino almost ruined it by friggin' talking. The Ishgardians have warred with the Dravanians for centuries, nay, nearly 1,000 years. In all that time, not once have their enemies breached their defenses and entered the city proper. Yet regardless of how long these magical wards may be, I nevertheless fear that the Ishgardians are underestimating the gravity of the situation. Though it was not Midgard Somer who roared, a call to arms by one of the first brood cannot be ignored. Until time as they chose to request our aid, however, we can do naught but observe the situation at a distance and pray that our fears are unfounded. Yeah, I forget. I believe Moon Brita has requested a gathering of the Scions. I assume there has been some progress concerning our efforts to combat the Ascians. Pray, oh, I forgot about the Ascians too. Add that to the list of the evil things. Pray, inform her that our business with the Ishgardians is concluded for the moment. I shall be along once I've completed my communications with the Crystal Braves. All done with your talk of dragons? Wonderful, because Ascians are next on the menu. Let's head into the Solar, shall we? It's getting a little bit better, Moonlit. I actually did not do a journal for this week because I felt I expressed what I had experienced last week, and the patches that came after were not were not any better. But now we're getting like into some interesting lore, so it's getting better. There will be a journal next week, and it'll be more positive. So this week you guys are getting a Monster Hunter 4U ranking video.
Now that everything's calmed down a bit, relatively speaking I mean, I thought it might be a good time to share our progress on the weapon. I believe we're on the verge of a breakthrough.
Well, don't keep us all in suspense.
Just in case anyone's forgotten, let's start by reviewing what we already know.
Flashback
So,
time.
An Ascian is an immortal because its soul doesn't return to the ethereal realm when its host is defeated. Instead, it flees to the place that lies between our world and the void.
This is like a whole anime recap.
Therefore, the first step to permanently defeating an Ascian is preventing its soul from making this journey. And if you recall, when we last gathered here, I had verified that white auracite has adequate capacity to entrap the beings, albeit only briefly.
I want to capture one and keep it in my room.
Which left the small matter of their extermination.
Aye. To unmake an Ascian soul, one must needs smite it with a concentrated burst, or blade, of purest ether. However, we wanted for both the data and the means to forge such a weapon.
Short of experimenting on an actual Ascian, you see, there's no way to gauge how much ether its soul is made of. As such, we don't know what etheric density our blade needs to have in order for it to work.
So we'll just have to make the densest blade we can and hope for the best. Though that would require a lot of ether.
Yes, it would.
Hang on a minute. Why didn't we think of this before? White auracite can hold an absolute heap of ether, can't it?
Please tell me you're joking. God's sakes, Ida. I feel as though I'm reliving the same scene over and over with you. How many times do you need to be told that white auracite cannot store ether for long periods?
I don't think Ida should hang out with Papalimo anymore. He seems a little toxic.
Being intangible matter, ether is given to dispersion. Only in its crystallized form is it a stable source of energy. I will test you later on this, so see to it you do not forget.
Right, yes. It's all coming back to me.
So our hopes rest on good old crystals again, do they? While they are certainly reliable, they leave something to be desired in the area of portability.
Ryujin, are you discovering a kink? Live with
Indeed.
us?
I am reminded of the quantity of corrupted crystals required to thwart Leviathan, and the extraordinary lengths to which the Lamentsons went to transport them. What if it should prove that a similar quantity was needed to destroy an Ascian's soul? Or still more?
I do not envy the poor Sawdust to lug all of that around, on the off chance that an Ascian appears.
Do we really want to answer that, Firelord Vaughn?
That's the very problem we set out to solve. And I reckon we've found the answer. If it isn't practical to lug around the ether we need, we'll just have to draw upon another source.
How about a worm?
And the only viable source is the land.
If you mean to tap the Great River of Ether, know that it will entail considerable risk. Meddling with the currents may well induce a surge like to the one which despoiled Mordona.
Give me a bit more credit, will you? Why would we need to tap the river when there are veritable reservoirs jutting out all over the land?
Good point.
Aye, I speak of corrupted crystals. It might be that their aspect is out of balance, but a crystal's a crystal. It contains ether, and we can help ourselves to it.
While corrupted crystals are indeed abundant, there is no guarantee that they will be in close proximity at a crucial moment.
But what if we don't need them to be? What if we could tap their power from afar? A malm away, say? If we could do that, we'd have ready access to ether aplenty in almost every corner of Eorzea.
Convenient.
I've yet to put my theories to the proof, but I've got a good feeling about this.
We don't want
If
these
no one
things
has
shown
any
up.
objections, I'd like to see where this avenue leads.
It's an Archon mark.
If you think it's worth your while, you have my blessing. But tell us, what are your theories? I, for one, am most eager to understand the process, however vaguely.
I thought you might say that, but no one wants to listen to boring old theories all day, do they? I know I don't. So with your permission, I'd like to try something a bit more hands-on. I've already built an etheric siphon especially for this purpose, and I've been meaning to try it out.
Ryujin volunteers as tribute.
Thing is, the profusion of corrupted crystals in Mordona makes it something of a high-risk testing ground. If anything goes awry with the siphon, it would be better if it didn't happen within spitting distance of quite so much ether. Ideally, I need an isolated specimen. Does anyone know where I can find one?
May I suggest northern Thanalan? There you will find corrupted crystals of middling size, standing a reasonable distance apart. Ideal for your needs, I should have thought.
Wait.
Oh, and if you do elect to visit the place, I should be much obliged if you would assist me in another matter while you are in the area.
He was listening on the other side of the door this whole time. Oh, he gets on my nerves so much. And he wants another favor.
Has something happened?
Movement has been observed at Castrum Meridianum. During Operation Archon, the Alliance dealt the stronghold a heavy blow. Its facilities were extensively damaged, and its garrison reduced to a fraction of its former strength. Not long after our forces withdrew, however, their ranks were replenished by reinforcements from Castrum's sentry. They now seek to rebuild, and to this end they have their sights set upon the ceruleum processing plant. Having lost the Empire's support, the 14th Legion lacks the resources to sustain itself. To them, this is a bid for survival, and they will doubtless fight like desperate men. Though I have dispatched the Crystal Braves, I fear their strength alone may not suffice to stay the Imperial assault. I would request the Scion's aid in the defensive effort.
If I didn't know better, I'd say you were trying to inveigle us into fighting your battle with the promise of shiny crystals.
Yeah, Moon Brita, kick him.
Well then, consider me inveigled. I won't lie, the crystals you speak of sound perfect, so the Garleans have to go. Besides, we can't afford to beat about the bush. There's no telling when the Arsians will next appear.
Thine eagerness to hurl thyself into the jaws of danger cometh as little surprise. Exercise due caution, I prithee.
Go back to your sandbox.
Though you have become a Crystal Brave, you are yet a Scion, Alphino. We could hardly refuse you. Pray, join the Crystal Braves and lend them your support. Thangred and Papalimo shall accompany you.
Great. Dashing thief and the toxic nerd.
Ida and Yashtola, in the meantime I would have you assist Moon Brita. Scout out the crystal clusters, that the testing may commence as soon as the Garlean threat has been eliminated.
Papalimo gives me mini guy energy.
If it please you, I shall continue mine own experiments on white orosite.
Thank you, Arianger. Everyone, pray see to your preparations and depart as soon as you are able. Go well, and be safe.
Yeah, you don't find them similar? It would seem that events have once more conspired to rob us of rest and recuperation. Though I would wish it otherwise, I must ask that you head straight away to the processing plant. The 4th have already deployed to the area and await the arrival of the Scions. Wilfred will brief you on the developing situation. Meanwhile, I must rendezvous with Captain Ilberd at our headquarters in Ulda. I shall take commands of our forces there with a light heart, knowing that you go to support the front lines. Your duties take you to northern Thanalan, do they not? They do. We too must say our farewells to the Rising Stones for a time. Flamen travels to Ulda, and we shall serve as her escort. At my daughter's behest, I go to contact certain old acquaintances in the Gilded City. We are beset on all sides by civil unrest and imperial machinations, threatened primals, and troubled by dragons. We need all the allies we can muster. Many of my friends hold positions of power, you see, and it is my hope that they can be convinced to aid the Scion's cause. If past events have taught us anything, then we know that Eorzea must present a united friend, or we shall fall. Ah, how extraordinary that my little Asilia is involved in such far-reaching affairs. I am proud that I might now stand at her side not only as a mother, but also as a colleague. Colleague with influential connections, but I fear that Ulda has become a place of danger even for one familiar with her streets. Ah, woe betide the blackguard that so much as glares in your direction, milady. Whoa! Yeah, well, looks like you're in good company. I shall be well protected, it seems. Shall we be on our way, then? Take care. Let's see if we can get something cool. I can get something. I can get myself some arms, some gloves. Ooh, that's much better. Oh, look at those gloves. What's he hiding back here? Commander Levea sent word that you'd be coming. A veteran of your talent is most welcome. Not that I don't think we can handle the situation, mind you. I've learned a trick or two since that disaster with the Amalja. But returning to the task at hand. Oh my goodness, we got the same haircut! Woolred! The Flames reconnaissance scouts have reported Imperial soldiers assembling at Raban's Push. Such a force is likely interested in only one thing: getting their hands on the resources found here at the processing plant. The Garleans could begin marching on us any time. Pray speak with Lieutenant Edelstein that we might coordinate our counter strategy. It just made me think of something, ads. One sec. What peer pressure are you referring to? I don't know what peer pressure you mean. Look at these beautiful train tickets. Or fan tickets, I guess they're called in Japan. I don't know.
Oh no!
We've got the whole squad. We've even got Iggy. Honestly, I forgot about this one. And look! 'Tis he, Dio! And then the back. They are all the same on the back. Anyways, the Garleans could begin marching on us anytime. Pray speak with Lieutenant Edelstein that we might coordinate our counter strategy. In the meantime, I will inform the others that you have arrived. No doubt it will be welcome tidings. Private O'Hay, my soldiers yet tell tales of your deeds during Operation Archon. Would that we could sit a while and reminisce about old times, but I fear more pressing matters require our attention. Civilian draftsmen, you see, have come across several highly suspicious crates within the boundaries of the processing plant. I had my sapper take a closer look, and our worst fears were confirmed. These boxes contain powerful explosive devices. Devices of Imperial design, no less. By my order, the Flame stationed here are conducting a thorough sweep of the compound as we speak. It troubles me that we were unable to apprehend the Imperial spy behind this. I have faith that our men will be able to neutralize the threat from now. In the meantime, our scouts bring troubling news on the latest movement in the Imperial Army. I would once again ask for your aid. We've been keeping a close eye on that Garlean garrison, and it would seem the Imperials have finally begun to mobilize. According to the reconnaissance report that just came in, the squads seen leaving the Castrum are too few in number to effectively take hold of our position. They will likely mount a swift assault and focus on the acquisition of resources. I have, of course, also shared this report with the Crystal Braves. They've decided to take to the field to meet this assault head-on. I have apprised your fellow Scions of the situation, and am heartened to know that they will be joining the effort. Pray report to Lieutenant Alien, and lend your much welcome strength to the counteroffensive. More Imperial blood, let's go. Glad to have you with us, Jay. I'm sure Lieutenant Edelstein has explained the Garleans have deployed a small force from Castrum Meridianum. Their main column assembles to the north, near Dalamud's Talons. But we've also spied several squad attempting to conceal themselves on the approach to the west. They wish you to rush forth and commit to battle with the main column, leaving the detached force free to raid the plant and pillage supplies. Not much of a strategy, but these are desperate men. Captain Ilberd. Greetings, Scion. I understand the commander bid you and your fellows come lend a hand to the Braves. With such mighty heroes at its disposal, the Fourth should have little trouble contending with aught the Garleans might throw at them. But even you cannot be everywhere at once. Third was getting restless holed up in Ul'dah, so I marched them out there and filled holes. Wait, what? I marched them out here to fill any holes in the plan's defenses and added their numbers to your counterattack. The reinforcements are welcome. We've enough soldiers now to divide our own forces and safely engage the enemy beyond the walls. Aye, it would be best to avoid staging a battle anywhere near this much ceruleum. Let's take this fight to the Garleans. A wise course indeed. I shudder to think of the consequence should any of these storage tanks be exposed to fire. If there are no objections, the Scion shall join the Fourth and give battle to this main column. You're with the Third then, Warrior of Light. Your job will be to intercept these squads hiding out in the west and prevent them from reaching the processing plant. When you're ready to proceed, report to Lieutenant Yuyuhase. His scouts should have a rough idea of where the Imperials are concealed themselves by now. Oh, she's got a big axe. Pleasure to be fighting at your side once more, Scion. Our operations invariably succeed when you're around. Victories are wont to pave the road to great coin. Now, this detached force we've been sent to eliminate has split into smaller squads. Better to conceal themselves within the terrain whereabouts, I imagine. We'll need to split ourselves up as well to cover more ground, and make sure we rout all these would-be raiders. And seeing as you're an army unto yourself, I've assigned you your own area to scour clean of enemy soldiers. Aye, this will be a simple search and destroy. We'll rendezvous back here when the task is done. Happy hunting, Scion. Come, Swifty, we are our own army. And now we've got some fresh gloves to try out. Whoa! All dead. How do I unleash my big sword when it's all red? Oh, these earth spikes are going to be problematic. Oh, kind of like what that thing's doing right here, Shinton. You seem grim, Scion. I'll take that to mean that between us, more than a few Garleans won't be making it back to the castrum. These Imperials, though, they certainly made an earn our pay. I would be a happy man if I never had to tussle with another of those Magitech horrors. It is time we bid this war-torn land farewell. I will contact the Fourth and let Lieutenant Alien know the west is now clear. Yeah, what's that number mean? Would appreciate it if you would do the same when you report to Lieutenant Edelstein. Oh. Private O'Hay, what news of the Guardians? Their raiding parties are no more then. Excellent. The Imagina engineers will be most relieved to hear that the plant is no longer in any immediate danger. Thank you again for your assistance. That was easy. You must be anxious for word of your fellows. Lieutenant Alien has reported a sound victory over the main column. It informs me that the Scions have already turned their attention to other duties. All but one, that is. The Rogadin lady with the large axe. It would appear she has chosen to remain at the site of the battle. I don't know what task keeps her from returning to civilization. Northern Thanalan is no place to wander alone, even for capable sorts such as her. It would certainly feel better about things if you could check in on her before you continue on your way. Alright, let's go see what she's up to. Oh, stabby eye. Now, where was she?
Hold on, I won't be a second. The beast seemed peckish, so I gave it a taste of my axe. I know. As Urianger never tires of reminding me. An axe ill becometh the hand of a scholar. What can I say? I like axes. To hear my mother tell it, I came into this world holding one.
Yep, I get it. They're fun to hold.
And it's not as if it stopped me picking up a quill, is it? I often think of the man who introduced me to the joys of learning. He's one of the reasons I decided to come to Eorzea. Him and my excruciatingly stiff childhood friend. Considering how unalike we are, it's a wonder we ever got on. The world's a strange old place, isn't it? Aye, that ought to do it. So far, so good. At these concentrations, it shouldn't matter too much if something goes awry. Just enough ether to make it interesting. Did you see that? The way the crystal glowed? The siphon works, I'm happy to say. With a few refinements, it should satisfy our appetite for ether. Which just leaves the small matter of forging our blade. I'm not sure how to go about it just yet, but I swear to find a way. I'll put a blade in your hands if it's the last thing I do.
Oh my.
He senses me. A useful talent.
Oh, an Ascian.
An Ascian? Are they onto us?
By your brand, I see you are an Archon of Sharlayan. Keeper of knowledge. Seeker of truth. Meddler.
I don't know what the hell's you're saying, but I don't much like your tone.
Your instincts serve you well. But come, be not unsettled on my account. That lovely brow was not made for frowns. Wow. But I waste my breath. Let me direct my words to one who understands them. We meet at last, warrior of light. I am Nabriales.
Ascian with the chops.
And you have long been a thorn in my side. I suffered the overweening presence of La Habrea that men might host the power of gods, only for you to undo my hard work.
Oh, bugger.
Do settle down. You must concede that I acted in self-defense. But what's this? I do not sense the blessing of light. Oh dear. Could it be that frail Hydaelyn has forgotten her champion? This I did not foresee. Shorn of light as you are no longer a threat. And better yet, the seal is broken. Now is the time to claim the staff. With it in my grasp, I shall rise above them all and take my place at Lord Zodiac's right hand.
What did that bastard want with us? Nobrialis, he calls himself. With charm like that, I'll bet he has maidens falling at his feet. Unconscious. But this staff... You say just talking about it had the bastard grinning like a brat on his name day. Must be quite a staff. Oh, gods. He means Tupsimati, Master Louis Soir's staff.
Nothing's broken.
Minfilia's in danger. We have to get back to the Rising Stones.
Alright, back to the stones. Sideburn guy. Hey, Obag. A lot of new chatters tonight. Welcome, welcome. Oh! They're duplicating! I am in 2.4, yes. You're here! Master Louis' stuff is kept in the cellar, isn't it? Quick! Now! Oh. Good point, Blue. I guess nobody wants to relive the garbage. Oh, not the staff!
You two!
What is she holding? The staff?
So, you were able to divine my intent. What now, warrior of light? Ah, but that name is no longer fitting. You have become decidedly dull, and quite incapable of barring my entry.
Hey man, don't hit me when I'm down like that.
What do you mean?
You truly do not know? Then I suppose it is only right that I enlighten you. The blessing of light kept you and your fellow meddlers safe. It was that which prevented my kind from entering your domain. My kind, I say, though it had no power over the likes of Elidibus and La Habrea. Being of this world, they could come and go as they please, while I could only look on.
1 second.
But I need look no longer. Now that the seal is gone, I mean to act. Unlike the others, I am not given to waiting.
So, this
I shall take that staff and bring about the next rejoining.
This makes no sense, because the staff was unprotected for 5 years. The Warrior of Light wasn't around. I just showed up, like, recently. They could have taken it way before I showed up.
Rejoining? Then it was your doing. The Isle of Val, the scholars, all of it.
But she didn't lose her.
You will not harm her!
She didn't lose her light. Oh man! Oh man! He's got Kamehamehas.
Moonbreeder!
Why must you insist on forcing my hand? Did you learn nothing from our last meeting? Ah, but I forget. My words fall upon deaf ears.
The staff is but a broken relic, a memorial to the departed. What possible use could you have for it?
What use? You mean to say that all this time you kept the key, never knowing what it was you possessed? The staff Tupsimati, or rather the stone tablet it bears, is host to a great power. Together with the horn, it can be used to draw vast quantities of ether from its bearer's surroundings.
My god. We had our own blade this whole time.
How else do you think Louis Soir was able to invoke the power of the 12 without making them an offering of crystals? Summoning requires not only prayer, but a profusion of ether. Even a child knows that.
If I did not know before, you may be certain I do now. But above all, I know that we cannot allow this staff to fall into your hands. I will die before I let you take it.
Insufferable woman. I would happily end your miserable life here and now. Alas, Elidibus would never let me hear the end of it. Very well. If you will not part with the staff, I will take you too.
Oh, not another kidnapping. Ophelia, come on, that's the second time. Jeez, wasn't very useful in that, was I?
After them! Quickly! Before the rift closes!
Okay. Let's take your time, buddy. The Chrysalis. Ooh. Is this a trial? Oh. Okay. So, raise your hand if you want to join. We've got Firelord, Umel. You guys are outside? Okay, I'll be right back. We got Bracken, Velvet, Blue, Mini Guy, Manwaka, Zeta. Okay, that's a lot of hands. Alright, let's go find my roster. We got Firelord. We've got... Dion won't be here later, so sure. Velvet. Umel. Where's Umel? Umel. Okay, Mini Guy. Bracken. Ads. Are we full? We are full. Sorry, Blue. And everyone else. Okay. What are these little flowers next to Bracken and Duncan? The Chrysalis. Are we doing min item on this? already. Wait, we got 2 healers, 2 tanks. Perfect. Hello, Runer. I don't, like, understand... Like, we didn't do minimum item in the last dungeon, and it didn't feel that much easier. So what does it actually do when I set it to min item? Oh, we're back in the Dark Crystal realm. Minfilia, look at you, once again hung about. Hey, leave her alone! Alright. Let's smack his ass in. Big attack! What are you guys all doing? These can't be good. Oh! Okay, don't touch the nasties. Got it. What is happening? What's this guy doing? He's a mover, eh? Ring around us. Oh, I'm synced. That's why I don't have my sword in this one. He's gonna do a stupid thing again, isn't he? Any guy, no! You got Big Bang attacked! Okay, what's happening here? So the red balls are no-nos. No, those balls are no-nos too. All the balls are no-nos. Hey! Where's everybody running into them, though? Wait, you guys got invulnerabilities by going into those balls, didn't you? And I did not. Dang! We all died? Well, that's no good. We don't even have a healer limit break, I guess? That's a wipe. Oh! Dion going down strong. Okay. So I guess we have to touch the balls. Like, they don't... From the deepest pits of the abyss, I summon thee. Okay. Okay. Magic and vulnerability. Okay, give me some of these. Give me some of these! I'm touching this. Okay, I touched too many. Thank you. I only touched the red ones. That was probably not the right call. Use dark. I feel like it's not a hard fight once you figure it out. Ah, crud, crud, crud. Okay, everybody's touching the blue balls. Can I have a blue ball? Physical vulnerability up. I hope I got the right one. How do you know which one you need? Blue. I'm gonna touch one more. So he's doing blue stuff. I hope I got it. Seem to have worked. Holy mother! Oh, limit break time! Almost. My Zordiac? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Oh, I'm getting sucked in. No, 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 no. Don't go in. Don't go in. Don't go in. No. Oh, great. Now we're cold. I don't want to be in here. What's happening? What? What? Okay, there was something to be paying attention to. You guys were not letting me have it go easy, huh? See how it is. Dion with the epic kill again. Not quite, no. What tier? You mean the fire tiers? You guys always told me to do it under 10% HP. This one's different though. Okay. He's doing some blue stuff on the ground. He's being all reddish. We're going for the blue. Look at some blue. Quit taking all the blue. Man. Keep me some blue. This one's mine. I hope I did it right. Good enough. this really one of those fights where you have to limit break to win? Wow. You never cast any balls in my area. Whoa! Here we go. I think I got all my buffs. Don't understand this mechanic? No, I don't. Jeez, Quake really hurts. Okay, so I'm supposed to limit break this thing? I can't be right. Shall wither the merciless thing? Alright, let's do this. Wait, what am I supposed to... Here? And target what? What am I targeting? This? There's nothing to target. Oh. Oh, that thing. Well, you guys said the big white area. One more time. The color was white. Did you guys actually figure out this mechanic on your own, or did you have someone tell you? This one. Writhing Powers of Fruition. Because I seriously do not get it. I don't even see the hint they give you. To some degree, yes. But I don't even see how you're supposed to figure it out. Like, what am I supposed to be looking at that I'm missing? Read the debuffs? I didn't even know I had a debuff. Debuffs. I don't have any debuffs. Well, this is probably gonna kill me because I lost my thing. This is not looking good. I still don't understand what I did. Also, that's really hard to do with a controller. Okay, limit break time. Here we go! Whoops. Oh my goodness, this is stressful. Oh, we're not done yet? Secret Asin. Well, if it's that hard, maybe we shouldn't do a mode-only mode. I clearly need it. I still don't understand the orb mechanic. But what do the orbs do? It gives you magic invulnerability and physical invulnerability? Oh, I didn't know that the orbs made him powerful.
You're safe. Thank the 12.
How'd you like that whooping?
You may have bested me this day, but what of the next? What of all the days to come? Remember, light no longer holds sway here. I may return whensoever I wish, again and again and again. Eventually, you will falter, and the staff will be mine.
Till next time, Scion. Oh, just gonna put the... No way, we gonna do this right now? Gonna reveal our trump card? We're not ready.
There will be no next time. This is the end.
What trickery is this? No. No. Cannot. No.
Use Tube Samati to gather ether. Quickly, before he breaks free.
This seems very dangerous to be just trialing. We had a whole plan.
Concentrate. Call to mind the time you struck down La Habrea with the Blade of Light.
Alright, let's try this. Ooh. Yeah, that's a pretty cool scene.
Why won't it work? Is it because we lack the blessing of light?
Damn it. So much ether. And it still isn't enough.
Fools! No mortal prison can contain me! I shall make you pay for your insolence!
Please, Mother Heidelin, hearken to our plea. Lend us your divine light.
The dragon's gonna show up.
Why can you not hear us? Do our words no longer reach you?
Heidelin's out.
If only we had a bit more ether.
Where would we get that?
Moonbreeder, what are you doing?
Master Louis Soir, I understand now. The choice you made in death. There is life.
Whoa, she's sacrificing herself
Farewell,
already?
Orion
We
Shade.
just met her.
You damned old coot.
Moonbreeder, no! You mustn't!
Her watch was short-lived.
What? No!
Maya,
cannot end.
times 10!
I am
Or
eternal!
KO Ken times 10.
I am immortal!
Oh, you were immortal. Boom! One Ascian down. See, I didn't emotionally connect with that character, so I don't care really that much. Although she was cool, but
Moonbreeder. She's
good sacrifice.
gone.
They could have developed it more, though. I mean, she was actually a really interesting character.
You did it, my friend. The Ascian is dead.
So we just gotta sacrifice one scion per Ascian and we'll be done with all this.
This device is a legacy of Moonbreeder's toils and sacrifice. I shall hold on to it for safekeeping.
Minfilia, are you all right?
I am.
But...
Oh, we were surveying northern Thanalan when we received the distress call. We returned as swiftly as we were able.
It seems you have everything in hand, however.
What happened here? Where is Moonbreeder?
a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit everywhere.
She gave her life to temper the Blade of Light. I have no words.
Rather than await the inevitable, she took her fate into her own hands.
Iriange is going to be so sad.
Does Iriange know?
I was about to.
My friend, there is something I must tell you.
I heard all, my lady. The moon sinketh, taking her leave of the heavens. Yet her passing heraldeth the coming of a new day. Moonbreeder hath fulfilled her destiny, hath she not? Long ago, far across the seas in the Charlayan motherland, Moonbreeder and I did study under the sage tutelage of Master Louis Soir. Full oft did he impress upon us that knowledge existeth to serve the greater good. This sentiment, however, was contrary to the nation's policy of neutrality, which censured intercedence in the affairs of foreign lands. In spite of vehement opposition, he founded the Circle of Knowing, and journeyed hither to the heart of Eorzea. Through his noble sacrifice was the realm spared its doom. Yet this great soul, whom all should rightly have honored, was branded a pariah in his own land. His peers did accuse him of forsaking his duty as a man of learning, and of meddling in the course of history. When he left Charlayan behind, Master Louis Soir gave no word to signal his intent to Moonbreeder. Close as they were, as master and disciple, she was deeply wounded by the sudden exclusion from his confidence. Above all, however, she was confused. Try as she might, she could ill comprehend her master's motive. The slanders that were heaped upon him after his passing served only to inflame the turmoil within her. For years upon end, she knew not what to believe. Torn as she was twixt the man whom she revered, and the man who forsook her and his duty both.
The Louis Soir I knew would never forsake his duty, much less one of his own.
This I know full well, my lady. 'Twas not for want of love that Master Louis Soir hid his intent. He but desired that Moonbreeder discover her own path, free of the shadow of his influence. Long did I contemplate revealing the truth to her, and long did I hold my peace. After all, was it not Master Louis Soir's wish that she come to the truth unaided? I told myself it was, and resolved to let her suffer.
See, Blue, the less people you get to know, the less you suffer.
Knowingly did I deny my friend the comfort she craved. And now she hath gone to her rest, with doubt still in her heart.
I did feel sadder for the salad.
Speakest thou in earnest? Did Moonbreeder truly come to understand Master Louisoix's will before the end?
She said.
The realization hath set her free. She may now find the peace which hath for so long eluded her. Oh, Moonbreeder, my dearest, how I shall miss thee.
Moonbreeder gave her life that we might possess the means to defeat the Ascians. Her sacrifice must not be in vain. Let us continue her work on the Blade of Ether and see it to completion.
My lady, I would mourn Moonbreeder in mine own way. I beg your permission to return to the Waking Sands.
Of course, my friend. Take all the time you require. We shall be here should you have need of us.
Hey, Zoso. Am I well fed still? I don't think I'm well fed anymore. Nope. That's not who I want to talk to. Everybody has a big sad. Hey, Nero. Never have I seen Urianger so utterly defeated. No one should be made to suffer such grief. Oh. We shall gather in the Charlean Manor to celebrate Moonbreeder's life and mourn her passing. This is too soon. Like, they sped her death way too soon. If they wanted, like, an emotional impact, send us on a few more missions with her. Let us develop a bond with her. They're like, oh, here's a new character. And you're like, oh, cool. This looks interesting. Oh, she's dead. Oh. As Moonbreeder was a native of Charlean, I feel it's only fitting that we gather before the Mark of the Scholar. Are you familiar with the stone? 'Tis a monument found in Rethfrost, and is sacred to Thaliak, guardian deity of the City of Learning. Oh. But it shouldn't have to be optional. If they're going to rely on it as a major plot point, they don't need to make it optional. Like, there are plenty of other RPGs where they do things like this, and it's not an optional choice to develop the bond with the character or not. It's extra flavor, but I think it should be the main patty. It shouldn't just be the ketchup and the mustard. It should be the beef. That is my belief. I think it's different too, like, I am playing it at probably a faster pace than most. Whereas if you were playing this over 10 years and you're waiting for patches, you're probably trying to squeeze as much story as you can out of everything. So this is the Scholar's Sign. Oh yeah, they did do some pruning too. I mean, I guess it adds a little bit of realism that anybody can get killed off in this game. It is the first main death, so. Like, this just tells me that nobody's safe.
Forgive me, Moonbreeder. Had I been quicker or wiser, but I was not. And you paid the price.
And it does make the first Ascian death have some weight too, showing that these things are no joke.
But you would not suffer us to wallow in our sorrow, would you? You would tell us to pick ourselves up and get on with it.
I think it would have been better if it was Urianger. They could have killed off that guy, and I just would have been a better, just get rid of him. Yeah. No, honestly, he would have been the worst to kill. Because I wouldn't have killed.
We shall defend this realm and her people to the last.
Honestly, though, if they really want to have an impact, kill off Minfilia. This would have been a perfect time to kill her off. That would have had a lot of impact. I don't know what that would have meant for the rest of the story, but I think it would have been way more impactful.
Life for death, a fair exchange.
Oh, look at my little lizard.
Other bargains will be struck.
He just likes to remind us that he's around and he's watching. What's the lesson? I don't know if you've noticed, but I haven't been taking my lessons very well with this game. Don't do the mother of all crystal? What? Though we have said our farewells, the pall of sadness has diminished but little. Forgive me. As antecedent, 'tis my job to be the pillar of strength for all others to lean upon. Yet I also believe the grief we feel now is precious in its own way, and not to be lightly swept aside. Do you not agree? Do you know the story of Heaven's Word, Nero? 'Tis as if a dagger has been thrust into my breast. Could have said heart, but okay. But 'tis a pain we must learn to bear if we are to forge ahead with our duty. The battles we have fought have taken the lives of so many. Louis Sois, Moonbreeda, our fellows of the Waking Sands. Their spirit and dedication to our cause, however, will never be lost as long as we rise to fight once more. I hardly need to remind you of this, of course. 'Tis for my own benefit that I repeat these words, a reaffirmation of mine own chosen path. If I do not rebuild the foundation of my resolve, I am like to collapse in a fit of weeping. My apologies again. There is no other to whom I could display such weakness. You are my pillar of strength, and I fear I shall have need of your steadfast presence in the days to come. A victory won, a comrade lost. To honor the fallen, the living forge ever on, towards the light of a new day. Was that necessary? Have you a moment? I believe Ida wished a word with you. I should consider it a personal favor if you would lend a sympathetic ear to her troubles. She has not been herself since Moonbreeda's passing, and my heart aches to see her so downcast. Yeah. It's not enough flavor for my liking. Hey, it's Jay! Great! Oh, it's no use. I'm trying to stay positive, but it's just hard, you know? Thing is, I know Moon would tell me off if she saw me moping around like this, which is why I decided to cheer myself up by getting her a special flower. Placed an order for a moon daisy with Rowena a little while ago, and it's ready to be picked up. The trouble is, I find Rowena a bit difficult at the best of times, and well, this isn't the one of them. I know it's silly, but I just can't face it at the moment. So I was wondering, do you think you could maybe collect it for me? I have the coin to pay for the flower right here. Thank you so much. I'll be waiting for you and the daisy at Rathfrost. This? I went to the wrong place, didn't I? Dang it. Oh, I don't think I've been through here. What can I do for you today, adventurer? Elder Trinkets trade? Oh, they've got you running errands now. Them signs really know how to make the most of your talents, don't they? Sending the savior of Eorzea to the bleeding market. Fine use of your time, that is. Seriously, though, you'd best learn how to say no, or they'll have you mucking out the chocobo stables next. Rhino knows what's up. Anyway, what was it you were here to pick up? The moon daisy, was it? Here then, take it. And tell that Ida lass I've got a wide selection of headwear in stock if she ever decides to replace that dowdy old mask of hers. God knows she needs to. I didn't get the achievement yet. Wait, did I get the achievement? Did I forget to move my thing forward? I did not get it yet. Shouldn't I get a Before the Fall achievement? Show of hands, who of you cried for Moon? I'm trying to set my expectation for what I'm gonna feel later on. Dang. I didn't really feel anything there, so that's not a good sign. Man. Ugh, Rhino can be so annoying. She just will not take no for an answer. Every time I visit her, she insists I replace my visor with something more fashionable, and when I tell her I like it just fine the way it is, she says it again, and then again, and then again. It drives me crazy. What I mean to say, I really appreciate you doing this for me. So anyway, let's see it. Moonbreed, I love these things, you know. I hope that somewhere, somehow, she knows I'm still thinking of her. I'd be more sad if Ida died. She was my first.
I'll never forget you, Moon. None of us will.
The song riseth to a crescendo.
Man, you are such a downer, boy. Why did I make this pledge with a dragon? Oh, this doesn't sound good. Oh, it's the attack. Oh, snap. That's a worm, all right.
Is that what I think it is?
Those are worms.
Hello, can you hear me? We have received grave tidings from Ishgard. Pray return to the Rising Stones at once.
Ishgard is screwed. You heard the dragon. Well, it's up to you guys. If you guys think I should move my pledge tracker up, I'll move it up. You guys know this thing better than I do. Let's get away from the monsties. Alright. Let's move that forward. One more notch to go. Yeah, what's gonna happen to my left arm? Or somebody's left arm. This is where I'm supposed to be. Speak with Alphina at the Rising Stones. Oh, that's why. Okay. My apologies for the interruption. I was deeply saddened to learn of Moon Brida's passing. Her loss will be sorely felt. Alas, recent developments in Ishgard leave us little time to mourn. The envoy from Kurthus will soon arrive, and we must hasten to hear her report. The envoy is here. Is it the lady? It's the lady. I thank you for receiving me at such short notice. Time is of the essence, so I would forego the usual pleasantries if I may. Certainly, you come with news of the Dravanians? Aye, the dragons have begun their attack in earnest. First wave reached the Central Highland a short while ago, and battle was joined soon thereafter. Sir Emmerich himself has sallied forth with a contingent of Temple Knights. You know what? If they killed Sir Emmerich, I'd be sadder. Of Temple Knights and several companies of the noble house's finest. Though the beasts were ultimately forced into retreat, our victory, if such it may be called, came at the cost of many of our own. Too many. We will not withstand a second wave should the Dravanians renew their assault. You paint a grim picture, my lady. It is reinforcements you seek, then? We do, though it pricks our pride. It is plain we cannot protect Ishgard with our ranks thus thinned by the Horde. Sir Emmerich would meet with you to discuss the possibility of enlisting your aid. Very well, I shall depart for Kurthus at once. I must warn you, however, that the involvement of the Crystal Braves is by no means assured. Our commitment to quelling the unrest in Ul'dah must take precedent. It is with such contingencies in mind that I must make another request. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn are known for sharing close ties with all three of the grand companies of Eorzea. Would you consent to plead our case to their leaders? Oh, look at that. The hermits want our help. Though I will gladly appeal to the grand companies on your behalf, I dare not promise a favorable reply. You need say no more. Considering our past dealings with the Eorzean Alliance, I can well imagine how our plea will be received. But the fate of Ishgard hangs in the balance. We must explore every avenue still open to us, no matter how unpromising. I see. Very well. I shall send envoys to each of the allied nations and have them present your request directly to the heads of the grand companies. In the event that your plea does not receive a favorable answer, know that any support is certain to be conditional. Demands will be made of Ishgard. That is only to be expected. Rest assured that I speak with Sir Emmerich's authority in this matter, and that our actions are fully sanctioned by the Holy See. Which brings me to my final request. Personal appeal to you, Warrior of Light. The Lord Commander much desires to speak with you, regardless of your fellow's involvement. You faced Midgard Sommer and survived. Anything you can share of your experience may yield us an advantage over our foe. Yeah, he said you're all dead. Call me the Warrior of Worm. Thank you. You wear the mantle of hero well. 'Twould seem the road leads us both to Camp Dragonhead. Seek me out when you arrive. Are those cannons? Man, we're definitely picking up the pace again. Why are they fighting each other? Oh boy, what's happening now? Oh, it's her again. Is she gonna go all Shiva on people?
The sons must answer for their father's misdeeds. Only then will the cycle be broken.
Imagine having to bear your, like, parents' generation's burdens. That's so asinine. Oh, she's gonna go full Shiva.
Brothers and sisters of the heavens, we raise our voices and join you in the chorus. The sinner's feeble magics are undone. Come, claim your retribution.
I think I missed the plot of what the Father's generation did. Why are they so pissed at the Ishgardians? I feel that's a pretty important part I missed. Oh, they didn't tell me. Oh, they didn't. Okay. Okay. Kind of looks like Minfilia is holding a massive katana. Anyways, speak with Alphino. Let's go. Still not wearing a coat up here, eh, Alphino? It seems I was the swifter. Oh! Okay. You two, however, have arrived with time to spare, for our host has yet to make an appearance. The murmurings about camp tell of some manner of trouble at the gates of judgment. In the Lord Commander's absence, I suggest we visit the place and find what is afoot. Maybe he's like a minimalist of clothing. What's happening here? Heretic scum! How dare they meddle with our divine protections? I shall rid our nation of their blasphemy, if it means cutting them down one by one. We need not fret over much. There are yet several layers of arcane protection that shield the city from invasion. Mother will be fine. Mother's all right. Our knights are all right. They just feel the... When I laid eyes upon Lady Iceheart, I felt the marrow freeze within my bones. The gates of judgment are much more than mere doors. They are the outermost layer of Ishgard's magical wards. If our first line of defense can be so easily shattered... It would seem the heretics struck the first and most telling blow against Ishgard. Scions, we expect you at Camp Dragonhead. Oh, we expected you at Camp Dragonhead. My apologies, we chanced to hear that there had been trouble at the gates and thought it prudent to investigate the cause. Then you have learned of the heretics' treachery. Lady Iceheart led a force of her follower against their defenders, came close enough to dispel the first of our wards. Let us speak more of this back at the camp. Sir Emmerich awaits you. Another quest down, 2 more to go. I have confirmed donuts are on the way. Lady Iceheart has grown bold indeed if she would risk direction against the city. Come, let us do as we were bid and return to Camp Dragonhead. Lord Hoshafan will know where Sir Emmerich means to receive us. Yes, Fire Lord, localized entirely in my studio. Oh, midnight cinnamon toast. That sounds satisfying. 'Tis reassuring indeed to behold the countenance of a friend when one's homeland teeters upon the very brink of disaster. Though a single misstep could send us plunging into the abyss, your heroic presence stokes the flames of courage within my heart. Ah, but you did not come to Dragonhead to listen to my prattling. The Lord Commander has arrived. I would treat with you in the interstice. I hate that place. Greetings, sir. Shall I show you inside? Do we get new music in the expansions? I thank you for coming with such haste, and apologize for my absence. Suffice it to say, Lady Iceheart and her heretics have much to answer for. Yes, we are but recently returned from the Gates of Judgment ourselves. Given the circumstances, we quite understand if you would prefer to postpone our appointed audience. On the Hey, Neomatter! Thank you for the raid! Thank you for the follow, Arcadia. Where are you guys coming from? Also Final Fantasy? On the contrary, Master Alphino, I think it more important that ever this meeting take place. Rest assured, I shall return to my post on Ishgard's wall the moment our business is concluded. Hey, welcome, Noir Nova. Hey, Filbert, Hibbington. It's been so long since we've had a good raid. Welcome. I'm J-Oh-Hey, also known as Hey J, journeying through Final Fantasy XIV for the first time, documenting my whole journey over on my YouTube channel. So we're on the border of entering Heavensward, and my pledge is to complete till the end of Heavensward before the end of June. Well, it's getting better, Neomatter. It was pretty slow going, I have to say. Before we move on to the subject of reinforcements, however, I would introduce you to a close friend and stalwart ally, Estinian. Also, I mispronounce everything here, so if that's a trigger for you, you will not like me. Hey, Firelord, thank you, thank you. Also, if you want to see a Crystal Tower done in a... Oh, look at that, it's a Dragoon. Blue, do the Crystal Tower thing and say why it's special and that we're doing it Thursday. Who's this cool guy? May I present to you Ishgard's Azure Dragoon? Dang. An impressive title, though I confess. I know precious little of the Order of Dragoons. Alphino's jealous. He wants his own Dragoon army now. His blue coats don't look so fancy. Oh, thank you, Blue. They are formidable warriors. Yet even among such masters of the lance, Estinian is without equal. He, out of all the warriors of Ishgard, was chosen to wield the power of dragons, and may thus contend with any Dravanian. You flatter me overmuch, Lord Commander. So you are the adventurer of whom they spoke. I see now why my blood fair sang in anticipation of our meeting. Hey, you're gonna make me blush. Well, now that we have all been introduced, let us proceed to the matter at hand. I would share with you what we have learned of Iceheart's design, as confessed by the heretics taken captive after the assault on the gates. I did, Dion, yes! It would seem that Lady Iceheart and the Dravanians share a common goal, the reclamation of Nidog's stolen eye. Why do we have an eye? Nidog? One of the 7 great worms. I pronounced that bad, didn't I? Thank you, Velvet. Thank you so much for the gift. His name features prominently in your nation's history. Though once defeated by the hero Haldrath, the beast is said to have terrorized Kurthus since Ishgard's founding. Did we get a hype train? Oh, let's go. Aye, many of the scars our walls bear from Nidog's relentless efforts to raise the city. Nidog, okay. The trophy Haldrath plucked from the bested worm's skull, known simply as the Eye, is a treasured relic of Ishgard, and one possessed of untold power. I'm trying to speak with the same pompousness of Emmerich, but I can't quite get it. Should it ever be returned to Nidog, the dread creature would be restored to the height of his strength, and then no wall or ward we would erect would be stout enough to deny him. My vengeful son hath waged war against Ishgard for 1,000 years. No mortal mind could comprehend the depths of his rancor. Thank you, Kneel before Zod. The Eye itself is secreted deep within the vault. It is kept under heavy guard, surrounded at all times by men and women who have proven their loyalty to the Holy See. But though stout walls and sharp blades may suffice to discourage the heretics, the dragons are another matter. There are individuals within the Dravanian horde whom an entire company of knights would labor to repel, to say nothing of Nidog himself. Nor does age rob them of their strength. Through the endless march of years, the dragons endure, patient, calculating, inexorable. You must understand, these creatures do not share our perception of time. And that is especially true of the great worms. They who spend centuries in slumber only to wake and resume their campaign as if mere hours had passed. It has been 20 years since Nidog last darkened our skies. 20 years for him to gather his strength and for us to bolster our defenses. And now, just as he seems primed to return, the heretics strike at the gates. You believe that Lady Iceheart is in league with the creature, then? Of that we cannot be certain. Though we know the heretics covet the Eye, we have been unable to determine their plans for it. Such questions aside, we must needs address the ragged hole their mistress... Yay, thank you for the cheer, Blue! Has seen fit to rend in Ishgard's protection. 'Tis weakness the Dranians are not like to leave untested. So it would seem you have described your plight in admirable detail, Lord Commander, yet I cannot help but wonder at your candor. Why share such sensitive information with us? I shall speak plain. Ishgard has need of allies, and I would have you bolster our front lines in readiness for the coming battle against the dragons. This much I expected. Unlike our arrangement concerning the Keeper of the Lake, however, only you stand to benefit from our assistance in this matter. I fail to see why we should intervene in a conflict which concerns only Ishgard and Dravania. When Eorzean Alliance requested Ishgard's assistance during Operation Archon, you refused us. Does it not seem grossly unjust to demand that we now risk our lives in your private war? I make no attempt to defend my country's conduct. I only ask that you consider what would follow were Ishgard to fall. Were the Dragoons introduced in Heavensward? Having razed our city to the ground, the Horde would have little cause to linger, and most would return to their lairs in Dravania. Soon thereafter, the ruins of Kurthus would be buried in snow, and the land would become the sole province of beasts and beastmen. Until the Garleans' arrival, that is, for you may be certain that the Empire would not hesitate to claim Kurthus. They would not even have to draw steel. An imperial province sharing a border with Mordona. 7 hells. Very well, we will assist you in repelling the dragons. The roar of a great worm may have shaken the firmament, but we of Eorzea will not abandon our Ishgardian brothers to face the coming horde alone. Nor did I ever think you would. Now upon the matter of the roar. Allow me, Sir Emmerich. Through the power of the Eye, I have become the vessel of Nidog's strength. His essence has stolen into my very blood. Fear not, I am in full control of my faculties, I assure you. And the Eye itself is of no relevance to this tale. It is not essential that I bear it with me wherever I go. Its lingering influence does, however, allow me to hear Nidog's voice. Then the worm who roared... Oh, so it wasn't Bahamut. Was Nidog, aye. He means to hurl his horde against Danafin's collar and shatter the remaining ward that protects the city. There can be no doubt. Hey, Tiger! The worm has summoned his minions to war. Though the circumstances are far from ideal, this desperate endeavor will at least provide us an opportunity to bring the sister states of Eorzea together in common cause. Sir Emmerich was more ruthless in his negotiations than I anticipated. I suppose one must give no quarter when one's home is at stake. But did you see the look on his face when he formally requested our assistance? Though the Lord Commander has long campaigned for Ishgard to open its gate to outsiders, I suspect the softening of the Holy See's attitude towards foreign cooperation comes as something of a bittersweet victory. The days ahead promise to be interesting indeed. If we are to aid the Ishgardians in this war of theirs, preparations will have to be made and soon. Before proceeding, however, we must need return to the Rising Stones and make a report to the Antecedent. Always must talk to the Antecedent. Can't just tell her in a microphone, the little phone thing we have in our ear. What, Tiger? What are you doing? Pull out now. Oh my god, stop. That was a chunky kitty. What are you using to calculate your percentage? Whoops. Oh, it has a progress bar. Nice.
Alphino, it is good to see you. Tell me, what have you learned?
Pray summon the others. Everyone must hear my report.
It is not good news.
So this was all but a taste of what's to come.
Indeed. The main host advances upon Ishgard as we speak.
Glad to have you here, Arendelle.
Whose vaunted defenses have been nullified.
Shorn of its wards, the city will bear the full force of Nidhogg's fury. All those people.
More
Alphino
refugees.
is right. The Dravanians cannot be allowed to prevail. If Ishgard falls, all of Eorzea will suffer the consequences.
Then you agree that we have no choice but to intervene. For the good of the realm, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn and the Crystal Braves must join the defense of Ishgard.
Let there be no ambiguity about what has been proposed. We would be directly intervening in the war. But if all here believe the cause to be just, then to war we shall go.
A lot of war is going on in this kingdom. It's like one war after another.
The path we now embark upon is perilous. But I pray you will walk with us to the end.
Sure, why not? Well,
For
I'm
those we have
colorless.
lost. For those we can yet save.
Like an endwalker?
Then it is settled. I shall inform the Council of our intentions and request that they contribute their own forces to the defense of Ishgard.
Volunteer Dragon Slayers. Ophelia would have you assist with the preparations being made for the defense of Ishgard. I have a bid the Archons travel to their assigned nations. Should the members of the Alliance agree to pledge Grand Company soldiers to Ishgard's cause, our comrades will be on hand to act as intermediaries for the duration of the conflict. A small matter of persuading the Alliance leaders to grant such support I leave to Alphino. For you, my friend, a different task awaits. I would have you reach out to your fellow adventurers and gather what allies you may for the coming siege. I would also have you consider the matter of our own security. Revenant's Toll is but a short flight from the snowfields of Kurthus. It is not unimaginable that the fighting may spill across the border. Pray brief Slafburn on the brewing conflict and discuss potential contingencies. The frontier settlers must be prepared for aught that might wing its way over our walls. I only hope that such precautions prove unnecessary. Before you leave, might I suggest that you have Tadaru accompany you? She has a talent for administration and a firm grasp of the practical challenges we may encounter. Hello. We are rather close to Kurthus, aren't we? We'd best see to our own defenses and take stock of our supplies. Oh, and we'll also need to have beds and bandages laid out just in case. A good receptionist is ready for any eventuality. Let's go, Jay. I have 101 things to discuss with Slafborn. Oh, I have a pledge, Fanzador. I gotta finish Heavensward by June 30th. Well, there's some loud stuff going on back there. I appreciate the warning. If war's coming to Kurthus, then the toll must be made ready. I'll increase the number of patrols and lookouts immediately. I'll also see about finding room for an infirmary, as well as temporary housing for victims of the conflict. Ishgard has done well by us in the past, and I would return the favor. But as for rounding up volunteers for the fighting itself, I'm afraid I must disappoint you. I will not send my fellow guild members to die on Ishgardian soil. I am certain headquarters will say the same. There will be no official Adventurers Guild presence at this siege. That said, each adventurer is of course free to do as he or she will. I shall have a word with some of my more capable colleagues on your behalf. You might try your luck here in Revenant's Toll. I dare say there are a few stout souls about town who will answer your call to arms. Let's get started, shall we? We have a town to rouse. Here's an edgelord. Spare me your talk of glory and fame. I'm not in the habit of volunteering for lost causes. I've survived this long by trusting my instincts, and my instincts tell me to stay well away from Ishgard. I'm not really rushing, besides adding more streams per week. This is the same pace I would be playing the game otherwise. Ishgard sounds like she's in a right mess, but that ain't what I wanted to talk to you about. I need you to cast your mind back to that scuffle with the Empire out by the processing plant. A lad from Little Alamigo by the name of Wilrud was there with the Fourth that day, and I want to know if you've seen him since. Have you? God damn it, I feared as much. No one's bloody seen him. It's like the ground opened up and swallowed him whole. That ain't all. Around the time Wilrud stopped turning up for duty, and black market weapons went missing from our vault in Ul'dah. So now, of course, half the Braves suspect the lad's making off with the goods. Folk like to believe our company's a disciplined fine force, but as you and me both know, it's no more a motley collection of mercenaries, adventurers, and Grand Company veterans. The only thing that binds us together is some vague oath about fighting for the freedom of all, and the steady pay. Now, compared to most others in his crew, Wilrud's a fresh-faced novice, a bleeding whelp amongst wolves. But the boy's got passion. When he talked about being a guardian of Eorzea, he bloody well meant it. A lad like him wouldn't rob us blind and bugger off like that. He ain't the type. And then, and this is just between you and me, Bind, there's the fact that the lad wanted to tell me about some query noticed in the ledgers. Something about the Braves numbers not adding up. Aye, there's a villain at the end of this trail I've stumbled on, and I'll bet me good eye it ain't young Willard. Any road, you've got a war to wage, so I'll let you get on. I just thought someone should know. I'll be seeing you, Jay. Everything was at my pace, except for Orem Vale. It's okay, failing the pledge isn't that bad of a consequence. Just means you guys get to make me suffer in the next game I play. So Ishgard seeks sellsword to bolster its ranks, eh? Though I'm not sure I like the sound of the siege. Those nobles will surely be generous with their rewards. But I have pledged myself to guard Revenant's toll. Modest work though it is, I am loath to break the terms of my contract. What to do? What to do? I'm not finding the stairs to go up here. Sell me blade to the Ishgardians. Well, them dragons are a fearsome lot, but I'd slay me fair share if the coin was good. I've worked for one of them knights before, you know. Watched me like a bloody hawk, he did. Still, I'd put up with a worse than that for a heavy purse. Alright, let's crack those bones. Ugh! What am I looking at? Oh, it's a chocobo butt. Volunteer my services in the defense of Ishgard? I think not. Dragons claimed the lives of every one of my brothers. I do not mean to offer them mine. 'Twas to escape such a fate that I took up the mantle of adventure in the first place. I would sooner die in the pursuit of fortune than huddled behind an icy wall. Oh shoot, I'm lost. How did I get in here? It's a very big dragon to have in there. There you are, Jay. So, did you sway any hearts? Maybe one. One or two, eh? Well, added to mine, that makes 3 or 4, not including Slaffborn's friends. We won't have the largest company in the army, but I'd say one of Revenant's toll veteran is worth a dozen clanking knights at least. Oh, I've been so caught up with my recruiting that I almost forgot. There's been word from Alphino. Apparently, the Alliance leaders are convening in Ul'dah to discuss Ishgard's plight. They've requested your presence, as usual. Anyway, you'd best make your way to Ul'dah, or you'll be late. Alphino said that we'd meet with the Royal Promenade. Oh boy, another council meeting. Oh, I'm sure this will be frickin' as fun as all the other council meetings we've had. So many meetings of the minds. Because you didn't have a cruel community, Fenzador. Alright, everybody hydrate. Well, the good news is I know pretty much how to get there by heart now. They couldn't have put the crystal right here at the bottom of the stairs, eh? My apologies for calling you away from your task. I'd hoped to proceed with these negotiations one leader at a time, but it seems my urgent request for an audience have prompted a gathering of the council. Needless to say, I felt obliged to attend. I saw, man. All the cities are confusing, Runer. Except Gridania. The Alliance leaders are already seated within. Let us join them, shall we? Oh boy, here we go again. We've seen this scene so many times. A great threat is upon us. We must unite to repel the threat. I don't want to.
We are well aware of Ishgard's dilemma, and we agree with your assessment.
Then I trust there are no objections to the Crystal Braves' intervention.
I think we got thunder.
Dar has none.
Gridania does not object.
Oh, they're actually in agreement. Look at that.
The Crystal Braves are yours to
Oh, for
command,
Crystal
Alfino.
Braves.
Do what you will. We shall pray for your success.
It was my hope that you would offer more substantial aid than prayer. I know it is within your means.
Do not presume that you have knowledge of our every concern. The Garleans and the Beast Tribes are but two of many. We are not in a position to contribute greatly to the defense of Ishgard. Not when our own homes are still under siege.
We dare not leave our interests in Cartano undefended as well. Telegi Adalegi and his ilk would seize control of the territories in our absence.
The enemy is at their gates, and you would cower behind yours?
No one is cowering, boy. We will offer what support we can.
Aye, support. A handful of men and no more.
Oh boy.
Would that we could commit more than a token force to this cause. Yet there are others to whom you might turn. The free companies ever want for work.
Ah, yes. The free companies. They're not like to turn you down.
I beg your pardon? You would entrust the survival of Ishgard to sell swords? Crises like these are the very reason why this alliance was formed. It is our duty to aid our fellow man.
My duty is to my country and my people. If you expect us to place the welfare of a foreign power above our own, you're going to be sorely disappointed.
Yeah, you tell him.
Lest you doubt, Limsa comes first, then the Alliance, and finally, circumstances permitting, Ishgard and the rest. If you cannot understand so simple a concept, then you have no place at this table.
Just got chopped down a notch.
Forgive me, Admiral. I was careless in my choice of words.
I suggest you assemble a party of elite adventurers, assuming you haven't already. Your fellows served us well during Operation Archon. I dare say they will do so again.
Yeah, okay, I'll fight.
If I may, Your Grace, I wish to propose a redistribution of forces. If we entrust the security of Uldar to the Brass Blades for a time, we can dispatch a larger force to Ishgard. Your Grace?
Oh, is she gonna announce her thing now?
Yes. Yes, of course. Do what you will.
No, it really doesn't, Moonlit.
Is Her Grace not feeling well?
Especially if they just recently asked for their help.
To the best of my knowledge, Her Grace is in perfect health.
I see. Carry on.
Oh yeah, there's thunder. Once again, I owe you an apology. It seems you have been conscripted into leading a contingent of adventurers on yet another mission of inestimable danger. But I fear we have been left with little alternative. We cannot well abandon Lord Hoshafans or Emmerich to their fate. We must abide by the council decision, as short-sighted as it is, and strive to fulfill our roles as Eorzea's guardians. Oh, gotta go back to the Rising Stones, probably. Captain Ilberd, what news? And the assault has begun. We have at this moment concluded our audience with the Alliance leaders. Move our forces into position. Your unit will join House Durandare at the Steel Vigil. Man the cannons alongside the knights, and thin the Dravanian horde ere they descend upon Ishgard. I'll join you as soon as I am able. Gee, I would have you and your adventurer allies bolster the defenses at the Steps of Faith. Report first to Sir Marcelin at the Gates of Judgment. He will direct you to where you are needed most. Gods grant us victory. Sorry, what? Edit the text to what? You are the appointed captain of the sellsword contingent. Then welcome. There is no shortage of blade work to be done. As we speak, Dravanian skirmishing parties are harrying positions across the Central Highlands. I've assigned the Crystal Braves and your fellow adventurers to contain these scattered attacks, and for the present would have you join them. This, of course, merely a precursor to the assault on Ishgard proper. The Willy Serpents seek to divide and confuse our forces, but we will not be so easily drawn out of position. Temple Knights will remain on the Steps of Faith and continue our preparations. When Horde arrives in forces, they shall face a wall of Ishgardian steel. Report back to me once their advanced skirmishes are slain. Where's fly through this? Oh, I can. Literally a sea of clouds. And a mountain that I hope I can fly over. Don't worry, warrior of light here. One down. Adventure is saved, except for this one. That one looks dead. that one's far. Unless I can go through my sea. Yeah, I didn't think so. I can't go above that, can I? Oh, I can. Oh, this doesn't look good. One down. Oh, what is it? Oh, that's not what I want to fight. Oh, got him. To Marsland. I do like that little charged sword ability. What news, adventurer? The reinforcements decimated, you say? Dravanians, devils, damn their scaly hides. Hold fast to your grief and fury, sir. We will avenge the deaths of your fellows in the battle to come. Ere you commit yourself to the siege, you should know what it is you are tasked with defending. Beyond the gates of judgment lie the steps of faith, a great bridge of stone that leads directly to the city of Ishgard. More than simply a means to cross the sea of clouds, the bridge serves as a foundation for the arcane words that form the barrier we call Danafin's Collar. Alas, in dispelling the barrier's outermost layer, that thrice-damned witch Iceheart stripped the bridge of its protection, and thus are dragons now able to land unhindered upon the steps of faith. Good night, Velvet. Should the Dravanians succeed in destroying the remainder of the wards, the winged devils will be free to swarm within the city itself. Needless to say, we cannot suffer that to happen. It shall be our task as defenders to prevent any harm from coming to those parts of the bridge wherein the wards are sealed. 3 yet remain, and we have dispatched our force accordingly. We would ask you and your comrades to accompany our defenders at the outermost ward. I should hope that includes us as well, yes? Hey, Scions, look who's finally putting in their weight. The Scions of the 7th Dawn! We could not well stand idly by while the Horde threatens the good people of Ishgard. Indeed, to do otherwise would go against all that Master Louiswa has taught us. As for where we may be of most assistance, I think it prudent we divide into two groups. Ida and I will join the rear guard. Oh yeah, taking the rear right away. Right, if the dragons should reach us, we'll be sure to give them what for. Thank you, all of you. Pray, speak with me again when your preparations are complete. Together we shall stand against the Horde. Well, everyone, we're gonna have to pause our siege here and save it for Thursday potentially, or maybe we'll just go straight into the Crystal Tower on Thursday, as we do have a 24-man raid set up and planned for then. So if you are enjoying this journey through early days of Final Fantasy XIV, every Tuesday and Thursday is when I stream. You can also catch me on YouTube, and if you want to connect with the rest of the community, we also have a Discord, which I am getting a link ready for all of you now. Feel free to join the Discord, and has my donut arrived? My donut should be here in the other room, so I'm gonna go have the donut. I'll see you all on Thursday. Looking forward to doing the Crystal Tower with all of you and doing my very first 24-man raid. That should be interesting. Until next time, keep it classy.